So welcome back, everybody. We're going to do a product review for you guys real quick. We're going to be doing a product review on our Jessy CR123A batteries. Now, about a year ago, I did a product review on another set of rechargeable CR123A batteries, but these ones were on sale on Amazon, so I wanted to give them a shot. They're 750 milliamp hours a piece, and they're used for the Arlo system. That's the only place that I really have found that has good batteries that are going to work well for the Streamlights and work well for your flashlights. And yes, this item is made in China like everything else, but we're going to give it a shot and we're going to see if it's going to work for our duty gear here. So let's take a look. So here are our Jessy batteries. Now these are supposed to work for the Arlo system, which means that they're supposed to be the standard size fit of your typical CR123A battery, but we're going to open them up and just make sure, because there have been some reviews online that not all batteries for the Arlo system has fit the atypical standard size, but these look like they are just the right size they need to be. But again, we will double check that here in just a second. So first things first, let's just make sure the light works. All right, that light works. That light works. So just going into this, we know that the lights work and we know the batteries that we have here are working. Now we're going to open up our Jessy batteries. We're going to see if they fit and if they work. So doing a side-by-side comparison, I mean, they look pretty much identical. The Jessys might be barely, maybe a centimeter or two larger, but that should not affect the overall functionality. So side by side, they're almost identical. Now let's go ahead and put our Jessy batteries into our flashlight, into our Streamlight, and see if they work. So we got our Jessy batteries and our Streamlight flashlight here, and as you can see, they work no problem. So now we're going to put our Jessy batteries into our Streamlight TLR1 and make sure that they work and they fit. Now for the moment of truth, yep, they work no problem. Well, now that we know that they work, the next thing I want to do is put them in a battery conditioner. And what this is going to do is make sure that the cells are working correctly and that they can be charged. So if all goes well, every one of these will light up red, which means they're charging, and then when they're fully charged, they will be green. So we're going to plug these in here into the battery conditioner and see if it shows a fault or anything like that. So all we're going to do is connect our USB here into our power pack and see what it does. And just like that, it's charging. There's no fault, there's no blinking, so these batteries are in fact charging, and we'll make sure that we get a good clear charge on it. So we'll come back in a few hours and see if we can have them all showing green. So there we go. As we can see, we have 4 green lights. That means that the batteries are all fully charged and all the cells are working. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the other 4 batteries that are still in the package, we're going to open them up and we're going to test them here in this battery conditioner, and we're going to see if those cells are working as well. So here we go. We have the other 4. We're going to open them up. We're going to put them in our conditioner and see what we got. So right here we have our already charged batteries, and then right here we have our red lights on all 4 of them. So all these batteries have good cells, and we're going to charge these up until they're green as well. So here we go. You see we have 4 green lights. All 4 batteries are working. All the cells are functioning as advertised. So out of our package of 8, we got 8 great batteries. So that's good. So I'm very impressed and I'm very pleased with these batteries. Now, let me show you what it would look like if we had a cell that was not working correctly. So as you can see right here, this battery is working just fine. It's red, so it means it's charging. These are the 2 that were already in here, and then this one was the one that is having a fault. As you can see there, it's blinking. And no matter where I put this one in the sequence, it will blink. So I'll just switch these two out real quick, just like that. And as you can see, no matter where I put it, it's blinking. So that shows me a few things. It's showing me that the battery conditioner is working as advertised, and it also is showing exactly which battery has the fault. So no matter where I put it in the sequence, the battery that has a fault is going to blink on the battery conditioner here. So that's what it would look like if we got a battery that was defective. So I'm going to show you some screenshots now, and I'm going to explain to you why I went with this.
Welcome back, everybody. So as you can see from the screenshots there, I put the Streamlight CR123A batteries up just so you can kind of see what the gold standard is, because that is, for all intents and purposes, the gold standard of that battery. And the reason why that's important to note and annotate is because if you look at that screenshot, you'll see that that battery is manufactured and sold for video recording equipment. So even though the Streamlight is used by military, law enforcement, first responders, fire, EMS, even higher tiers of the private sector for things like optics, gun-mounted flashlights, and then just other handheld flashlights and other various equipment, it is actually sold for video recording equipment. And that's why it's so important when you are looking for a product, right? When you're looking for a battery, that's why I always go with the ones that are for the Arlo video recording system, because that is the standard in which all these batteries will be held to. So I think that that's important to mention and note. So ultimately, I'm just a guy here out in the rugged frontier that is, that depends on my equipment. You know what I mean? For me, it's not just, I can't just go to the hardware store or go to Walmart and buy batteries. In order to go to my nearest Walmart, it's about 50 minutes away, just one way. And then, for me to go into town to go shopping, etc., it's over an hour. So for me, just to go to the store to pick up something is a planned event. And so that's why I really depend on these batteries, because as you can see, these batteries are, going to be very important to my ability to do things. And so for me, I have found that the batteries that I have been able to get from the internet and these rechargeable batteries, they've worked very well. This is approximately a 1-year review on the, on the red batteries that you saw there, and they're still working, So to put it into perspective, I could buy, because I use this for my duty gear, right? So I will go through batteries probably every 3 to 6 months. So depending on how much I use them. And it's not like I'm using them in off-grid scenario. I'm using them for professional purposes. So if I'm having to recharge my battery, let's just say I am in a shit hits the fan scenario and I'm having to change my batteries every 3 months, well then 2 batteries for the, the flashlight mounted, for the gun mounted flashlight, and then my personal handheld, I mean, that's 4 batteries every 3 months. So 4 times 4, 16 batteries. So in 1 year, I could go through 16 Streamlight batteries. And so if the idea is I have to stockpile and hoard, 16 batteries every year, that can add up versus being able to just say, hey, I'm going to get these rechargeable batteries. I'm going to have them on hand and I'm going to cycle through them and recharge them. That's going to last a lot longer, especially since a lot of these batteries, they claim a 500 time recharge. You can recharge them 500 times. They claim they have 10-year battery lives, shelf lives on them and higher. I don't know. We're not there yet, but so far they've held true, and so far they've done an absolutely outstanding job. So again, I'll leave those links in the description box below to the last video on those batteries, but I like this system. This system's great because number one, it's USB, so I can plug it in directly to any of my USB power packs, and all my power packs, as small electronics are off grid. I've been off grid on those items for years now. So it's great that I have a system that's USB, completely off grid, and I can depend on that by myself, and I can do that for as long as I need to, right? So far, I can do it no problem. So the fact that it is USB, the fact that I can find batteries that are CR123A rechargeable, the fact that it's completely off grid, run off solar, really gives me a bulletproof solution for issues that may arise. But with that being said, again, I'm not sponsored by anybody, guys. I have no sponsorship. I have no horse in this fight, except for the fact that I need equipment that's going to work for me and work for me when I need it. And so I've really found and really depend on these systems, and I really like them. So, just keep that in mind. Now, with that being said, if you have access to infrastructure and you like the Streamlights, go for the name brands. Again, they're the name brands for a reason. They are the gold standard. Streamlight is the gold standard. So again, if you have access to, an Ace Hardware or a Walmart or whatever you buy your batteries, if you have access to that nearby in town and it takes nothing for you to get in your car and go pick it up, great. For me, I don't have that ability. I mean, even for me to get Amazon packages, I have to drive into my nearest town of 2,500 people where I can even pick up Amazon stuff. So for me, I don't have that. I don't have that ability. For me to drive to a Walmart, again, that's an hour away. So by the time I buy a $5 or $12 package of 2 to 4 batteries, I'm already at, $10, $15 in gas, right? So it's one of those things where for me, it's not easy to do. So being able to have rechargeable batteries on site that can work consistently are super important. Again, the video recording aspect of it just shows you a tier of what the manufacturer specifications are. For video recording equipment, they're expected to work and draw power suddenly. They're meant to handle that type of use. Where you're talking about a flash, or where you're talking about needing to, use a light, and also for temperature, right? Because a lot of these cameras are outside, so they are designed to a specification for video recording equipment. That's what makes them so good. Whether we're talking about the Streamlights or these other rechargeable batteries. So again, for me, as somebody that lives very ruggedly, this is something that I have found that has worked so far, and I'm gonna continue going with it, and we'll continue doing reviews along the way. But I've really enjoyed this system. The system's been very good to me, and I depend on it, and it has proven to be dependable. I've had no issues with them. And again, this has just been a year, and we'll keep going. And if there is an issue, I'll let you know. But there has been no issue. The only issue I've had is, as you saw in the video, I had one battery that came in that had bad cells, and it was kind of good to have that, because it shows that my equipment works, my battery conditioner works. It showed me exactly, yes, this battery doesn't work, all the other batteries work. No matter how I tried to arrange them in there, it picks out the one that has the bad cells. So for me, it was just a good test to show, yes, your equipment works, and it works the way it's advertised. So there you have it. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comment section below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this review. Again, this is all about sustainability and preparedness. And, the better that we can be prepared for situations that arise, the better off we'll be. So hope you guys liked it and enjoyed it. And as always, guys, long live the Republic.